The biggest thing is time. PPE, in my mind, is not so much rated at the explosion level, but how long it can take those pulses, those explosions, before you have break open. So in this arc flash that I created, which was mine, eighth of a second, it probably lasted about 6 or 7 cycles. It was over before I knew what was happening. So you don't have time to get away from an arc flash. It happens and it's done, right? Then you're picking up the pieces. But in that eighth of a second, right after I created that arc flash, you've got instant molten metal coming at you. That explosion comes out at you at 700-800 miles an hour on that leading edge. You've got sound pressure level that can cause some mostly temporary damage to your ears. It can cause some permanent damage. But that metal coming at you, that molten metal, is around 1900 to 2500 degrees. So depending on if it's copper, steel, aluminum, whatever it is. And clothing will ignite anywhere from 400 to 800 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So even if the fire doesn't ignite your clothing, if it's not PPE, the molten metal can. So it's real important to wear that PPE. The shrapnel coming out at you will stick in your face, on your skin. Now, you'll hear a lot of stories. People say, oh, these arc flashes can break your ribs, collapse a lung, blow you 20 feet away. There's simply no proof of that. We actually do a lot of arc flash testing at Kemah Laboratories in Philly and up in Connectrix in Canada. And it doesn't ever, we do arc flashes up to around 40 cals, and it doesn't blow the mannequin over, right? It doesn't knock it 20 feet out. It certainly can knock you off a ladder, set you back on your feet, knock you over. But that concussion, that explosion, the molten metal, the hot temps and the gases coming at you, that intense light can create welder's eye. Usually it's temporary. But what kills a lot of people is that hot air rapid expansion and that copper vapor. It's coming at you and you go, when something happens, like jumping into cold water, you breathe that in, your lungs get burnt. And what happens is they start filling up with liquid and fluids, they swell, and now you can't transmit oxygen to your bloodstream. And even if you're on 100% oxygen, you're going to fade out. It's going to 98%, 97, 96, and your pulse ox is going to keep dropping until your lungs can't support your body. The only way that's going to save you is if they crack your chest and get you on a heart-lung machine and get you oxygenated blood, which is not going to happen in the time it's going to take to get you there and do that process, to save your life. Bottom line is that arc flash is 35,000 degrees in an instant, right? It's 3.5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And that's going to instantly burn you to a 3rd or 4th degree level, depending on the prolonged exposure to it.